So yesterday I had a doctor's appointment. What you'll see next is the continuation of my saga. Some videos that I strung together, and I'll come in between and tell you what's going on. One thing is I got one part wrong at the beginning. 4 weeks and 5 days. I said it was 3 weeks and 5 days. It was actually 4 weeks and 5 days. That's the doctor's appointment I had yesterday. Hold on to your hats. Okay, doctor's appointment, 3 weeks, 5 days. It's a Thursday, late in August, middle of August maybe. Hoping to figure out what's going on with this wound underneath my boob on the right side. I have like a list of questions actually to ask the doctor. Today I see him instead of just my medical technician and the nurse. So hopefully something good happens. So unlike other appointments, they have me in this room today. And that has me nervous because I'm wondering if today is gonna be cut you back open and fix your under boob. I don't like getting cut on. Nervous. I asked the nurse, like, does this mean you're gonna cut on me today? Is this debridement day? And she was like, oh no, we just use this room. You see, they already got it set up for a girl to lay down and get cut on. Yep. And this is just, I mean, it is a procedure room and we can do outpatient procedures in here, but really we just use the room. You know, we don't, just because we're using the room doesn't mean we're gonna do a procedure. So no, there's nobody's planning on cutting on you today. Bitch, please, give a girl a little bit of credit. I can see what's going on here. Sure enough, doctor came in and was like, how you doing today? And I was like, no, but I want to know how you're feeling because it looks like you're feeling like cutting on me today. And he was like, let's talk about, actually answer your questions, talk about what you got going on today. And I said, well, I'm feeling kind of, I got this question, I got that question. I asked him about the stitch on the side of my body. They did remove that. There was a little like knot left from the stitch they stitched off. They cut off the other day, the last appointment. It's still here though. I can still feel the plastic. So they cut that off. But initially, I just asked him a few questions. Why are my boobs so different from each other? Like, this surgery different on both sides. Like, I don't understand. And he was mostly like, yeah, okay, no, but hey, your nipples look great. You're definitely gonna be able to keep your nipples. Hey, do me a favor, just go ahead and lay back and let me take a look. Lay back. Why do you need me to lay back? Exactly. We both know you're about to cut on me. Sure enough, I laid back. Finish asking my questions. You know, like, okay, well, let me go ahead and lay back and you can look while I'm talking, but then also on the side over here, I want to point out, I feel like the tissue expander sliding under my armpit. Please tell me what the problem is. And he was like, no, I did the tissue expanders the same on both sides. I don't know what you did inside my body, but on the outside, touch this under over here. Now touch this. You can feel it. You did something different. Or my body accepted it different. I don't care. He was like, no, it'll work itself out. No answers. And I was like, look, okay, well, that was all my questions. But really the more important question is, how do you feel today? And he looked at my under boob, or should I say continued looking at my under boob. And then he looked at me and he said, I feel like I'm gonna cut on your under boob. You weren't tricking nobody. You planned on this from the start. Can't sneak it up on me. And then this series of pictures happened. Okay, so what's about to happen is I'm gonna show you the wound up close. I've been mentioning it in my weekly updates of what does this look like. It is not normal for your incision scar to look the way that mine did. And it continued to sort of spread and spread and spread in this one spot. And it got this kind of like white, attempting to heal film over it. That's actually my body trying to make skin, which is really kind of gross, actually. And then a part of it actually died. So I wanted to put this in because I'm about to show you what I looked like kind of up close that morning, and then what I looked like as after they gave me the numbing shots. So as I do that, I wanted to forewarn you in case stuff like that grosses you out. There's no boobs in this picture. It is a wound, and then it is me getting numbed, and then it is me stitched up. So if that series of pictures will bother you, I'm going to give you a black screen. You can either exit or you can advance to the next black screen to skip the parts that gross you out. So again, about to be graphic. Gross, I know. So that was taken on the 17th and the 18th because I would have to take a picture so I could see. Because guess what? I can't see under here. So I would, in the morning, I would put my camera under here, take a picture. That looks like shit. But as long as it wasn't bleeding and as long as it wasn't leaking pus, I would just keep it dry and clean, and it would be fine until the next doctor's appointment. That's what I was supposed to do. And now I'll show you what it looks like. Numbed up, exposed, and then you'll see after I got stitched up yesterday. So there was cutting and suturing and slicing and stuff. Bleeding, dripping, it was rough. The worst part was actually getting numbed up. It was super surreal. And they cut away what was inside the wound, and then it was bleeding, and then he sutured me back up with like 7 or 8 stitches and some tape. Process continues. I won't be going back for 2 weeks though. So there you have it. 4 weeks, 5 days into it. Everything else seems to be healing fine. I have a few scabs, I have a little bit of bruising. As I mentioned, the knot that was over here was a stitch a couple of weeks ago. Last week they cut the piece of the stitch off that was sticking outside my body, but they left the knot there, still there yesterday, so they cut that off, and then they cut me open here. Really, in every other way, I'm healing, except that this was so bad that they felt like they had to cut it open and scrape away whatever was on that surface. And then they actually stitched me. No glue, they used sutures. So I have stitches underneath that sergie tape that you just saw. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going back for 2 weeks because he wants to leave this alone. I am still, so in that last picture, my boobs probably looked kind of big. They look really good from the underneath. They are actually 200 cc's on this side, 250 cc's on the side that had the ouchie, because they were trying to pull the breast away from the wound. That's about what I'm at right now. So that's actually a B, mid B, maybe small B, because I don't have any other help. So those of you who have implants like 250 cc's, yeah, but no help. I have 0 breast inside here, so that's all that's in there. A tissue expander with 250 cc's of air. So I know that looks kind of big, but it's actually, compared to my own breasts, that's actually considerably smaller. So I don't know, I'll give you an update still on Saturday so you can see the healing. We can sort of take a look at what else is going on here, maybe on Sunday. My photo shoot may or may not happen this week, so that's unfortunate. This morning, based on these stitches, even with the support of a nurse and some waterproof Tegaderm and so on and so forth, the makeup artist was not comfortable. So that part may either be delayed or we may need to find a new makeup artist. So we'll see what happens there. Stay tuned for continued antics and such and forth. We'll keep you updated. I don't know where to put subscribe now. I have too much going on. Right? Maybe oh, there's a spot. Subscribe. And thank you so much for staying tuned in. I am having a blast sharing this journey.